I am moving on with my Hammer Volume 4 Faces of Fear collection, and we're on to the last movie in this collection, number 92 from the Indicator collection, The Damned, or as it's otherwise known, These Are the Damned. This is the last one in the set, and this is probably the one that I was least interested in checking out, primarily because the cover was uninspired. It's got Oliver Reed. It has a kind of biker gang at the front. I didn't really know what this was about, and I would have left it to last regardless, because the other three looked kind of more interesting in this one. And this is most definitely a movie of two halves. You know, you get the initial setup, which is this Weymouth countryside, seaside town, where there's this biker gang that's running amok, led by King, played by Oliver Reed. His sister Joan is there, and together they kind of get rich tourists and fleece them out of their hard-earned cash by just beating them up and robbing them. And they do that to Simon, our third main character of the piece, and he kind of has this connection with Joni. And after the fact, after he was robbed and beat up, he meets her again and just kind of asks her what she's doing. Why is she with these people? What is her scenario? Why is she doing what she is doing to try and, you know, get by day to day rather than a real kind of job? And he discovers about King's kind of leaning on her, and that they're related brother and sister, and that he is very controlling to her. And things kind of take a little bit of a turn here. Now, all the way up to here, we discover little tidbits from other people throughout the movie that there is a government experiment going on somewhere round about that's top secret and can't be talked about it. We got this artist that's staying up in the hills doing her work, and Simon and Joni flee from the bikers, and they end up with this artist at the house, and they stumble, after being chased, across a group of kids. Then this is like a good half hour into the movie before we get there, and these kids are all kind of alone. They're different. It's not really explained why. They're being talked to through various cameras and TVs. They don't seem to have interaction with anybody else, and they get Simon and Joni, and they kind of save them from their predicament. And the guys are kind of freaked out by the fact that they're so cold and so strange. And the movie kind of goes on from there into somewhere that I really wasn't expecting, and I think that's the biggest kind of plus to the movie. It feels like a movie of two halves. If you're not enjoying the first, it changes drastically in the second. I was really in on the first part of the movie. I loved the way it was going. I loved the relationships with this biker gang. The thing that put me off the movie was one of the most interesting facets about it. The movie opens up with this fantastic song, Black Leather, and then it constantly reverbs around the rest of the movie. We have characters whistling that song constantly throughout. It's constantly there within the beats of the soundtrack. It's playing little bits of it. It's wonderful to see something like that. It's just a nice little touch as the song plays at the start and then just percolates all the way through the movie as well. Oliver Reed is wonderful as the kind of one-dimensional king who has a change later on in the movie. But again, this was another wonderful surprise of a film. I loved the setting, the way it was shot, the storytelling. I love it when you get a story that you feel is one thing and then all of a sudden it just changes into something completely different. And I don't want to really waste what that is, but it gets to a really sort of moral story about these kids and what has been happening to them, and it gets to a right downbeat ending, the kind of thing that you don't really see too much. It's the only way the story can really end, but it's extremely daunting and kind of downbeat in the way that it delivers it. And again, that's another facet that just makes this better than the average kind of movie. So there we have it. We've got four fantastic movies within this set. We've got The Revenge of Frankenstein, The Two Faces of Dr. Jekyll, Taste of Fear, and The Damned. And normally what I like to do is just kind of rank these movies when I'm done. But this is the toughest I've had it. This is across the board extremely very good movies, and very different movies as well, and I enjoyed them all equally. I can't rank them. They're all just terrific movies, and they're all very different within their own way as well. So there we go, an easy ranking this time. This is one of the most even keel sets that I've seen, one of the better of the Hammer sets, and one that I can wholeheartedly recommend. Have you seen The Damned, or These Are The Damned? I'd love to know your opinion of the movie. Let me know in the comment box below. I'll see you next time on Man v Film.